Hello guys, Assalamu alaikum. I am Samir Rahman Shamrat presenting a new video on the subject of importance of learning English. Guys, today we'll talk about that what is the importance of English and how it is important and in which steps it is very much important in our life. That means how it is used and why it is used very much and how it is useful in our life, in our daily life most probably. Guys, in our Bangladeshi peoples, that means most probably many of my friends circles and many of my teachers many of my teachers and also most probably many of the peoples are called that English is important or not. That means they ask that if you don't learn English, if it will be problem or not. That means they are afraid of it. Most probably the Bangladeshi people, many of the peoples are afraid of it. That means they are frightened so much. That why they are frightened, I don't understand. So for this reason, they are afraid about it, that why we need to learn English. Because of that, I am calling to them that English is not a frightened thing. You have to learn it and it is very much important in our every section of our life. That means we have divided in English, that means how it is used, we have divided into many of sections. That means communication section. That if you wanted to communicate to any other peoples, that means suppose I am a Bangladeshi people. I wanted to communicate with an Arabian businessman. He is coming to a business in Bangladesh, so I have to want to buy something from him. Most probably for this reason, I have to communicate with him that what is the price of this thing, what is the mean of this thing, that means what I want to do and what is the speciality of this thing. So for this reason, I have to communicate with him. And for this reason, we need a common language. Because of that, he is an Arabian, that means he knows the Arabic language most probably goodly. And for this reason, I am a Bangladeshi people, and for this reason, I know Bengali clearly. But we need a common language too, that we can learn and we can talk with him. And most probably he will understand and me will also understand. So that is the common language is English. That means it's the international language. For this reason, we can talk with any one people. That you can talk with the French artist. That means who is art. And also you can talk with the Spanish teacher. That means understood that you are wanted to teaching. That means you want to learn from a Spanish teacher. That means Spanish language. You want to learn it. For this reason, you have to talk with him. You have to communicate with him. For this reason, he knows the Spanish language, but you don't know. You need to learn from him. So for this reason, how you would communicate with him. For this communication, you need English. And most probably English is very much important for this communication, most probably done it. And now come the section of our studies. Guys, in this moment, Bangladesh peoples are very much afraid of it, but you have to listen it that from class 1 to intermediate, it's most probably English is a spectacular subject. That means the main subject. You have to learn it. You don't think anything else. That you have to learn English. Because of that, it's a subject. You need marks, you need good results in English. If you fail in English, so you'll fail in the examination. For this reason, you have to learn English. So probably the students are very much afraid of Bangladesh. They are afraid so much about that. How would learn English? How talk with him? And how would learn and get the marks of English? But they are not afraid of math, not afraid of physics, chemistry, biology. The hardly subject, physics, chemistry, this type of hard subject, they're not afraid. But they're afraid of English, that how we would get numbers. How we get the examination will pass. They're thinking of the passing only. For this reason, we have to learn English. Most probably, the English grammar is most easier than Bengali grammar. For this reason, English need to learn. And for this reason, you can study well and get the good numbers in examination and also pass it. And make a good result for your own people. So now we have to come another section, that means higher studies. In higher studies, that means you think that I'll not get the subject of English. Don't do in English. So for this, you'll go for accounting or finance or anything, physics, applied physics, any one subject. But you have to know that in BA, BCom, BSc, this type of subject, higher studies books are written in English. So how you read it? So think about that how you read it. For this reason, you have to learn English. Because of that, you have to learn English for this to study the higher level. Or you have to wanted to go for higher studies in abroad. So in abroad you go there, and for this reason you have to learn English, because abroad you have to go for studies. So all the books are written in English. So how you would learn it and how you would read it, and without reading it, so how you would get a good results and also good exam in it. So you have to learn English for the higher studies and also for communicating. And now come that you don't do the higher studies, so you have to go for work or tourist sport or anything else for trip going for the to abroad. Now you have to communicate with the other people. For this reason, you need a common language, and English is most probably it's a common language by which you can call with everyone, that anyone people is know English. So for this reason, you go for the abroad for work, only for work, but you have your owner or the management people. So how you would call with him? That is the most probably English is important for this. That means you have to go for work, but you need English. By English, it's an fluency, and by getting its fluency, your job will be high level. Now it come about the Bangladeshi government what said that in this moment our government has said that who had the fluency in English and also got the speaking power, listening power, and also all this thing and written good English, they are getting the job most probably. For this season they are getting the chance. So if English is not important, so government will not give the priority in it. For this season English is most important, guys. You have to learn it and keep learning. It is a very much good English, good subject. So we have to learn, and here the government are giving some publication. That means you go for a software engineer company, that you are engineer and software engineer, so you go for a job in a company. So your opponent is also a software engineer and you are most better than him. So you will think that I will get the job because I'm better than him. But you have to think that if he is good and he is fluent in English, or he is good written and in fluency, he get the fluency in English, so most probably it is think about that he will get the job. Because of that our Bangladeshi government and also all the countries of government giving the priority in English, because of that it's international language, all the time you need it. So what you will do? You can't give up it. You have to listen it and you have to speak, and most fluency you have to need it. By this you can get a good job, good salary, better payment, better all things, and your life will be getting better and better. For this season we have to learn English, English, English. Nothing can be happen without English. In this moment all the things is happening within English. You are going for a job in a government, that BCS cadre you need, in a government high quality job you want, but you are a very much good student and you go for a good job, you will get. But if you not good in English, so you will not get a job, good job. And who are the good in English, they are giving the priority in the job. And also in a college section, anything sections, all the sections are most probably read it and also learn English so much. For this season English is very much good for it. So I think you all understood that how important English is. For this season we all think that not frightened about it. It's a very much easy subject. All this math is a subject, physics is a subject, chemistry is a subject. So why it is? It's also a subject, and it's most probably the easiest subject and one of them. So for this season you have to learn it and keep learning it and don't be frightened about it. So for this season you can get more and more improvement and got the good results in exam, and also you can go and apply it in your life. So I hope that you all understood very much that how important the English is. So that's all for today. Thank you very much for joining us.